I want to talk about FIFO and mining specific performance reviews because no doubt once you get this job in FIFO, you are going to have to be faced with at least one, if not two, performance reviews. They normally occur mid-year and also towards the end of the year as well. So mark yourself high and they need to talk you down, okay? Don't go the other way because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, and it opens up that discussion. Throughout the year, make notes of all the achievements that you've done because if your performance was coming up around the corner in a couple of weeks' time, do you remember what you were doing back earlier this year? Do you remember where you were in January, February, March, what you achieved, what you did, what the milestones were? No, your human brain simply isn't capable. So on a computer or a notepad or something that you've got reference to often, start taking notes that in the month of January, you achieved this. In the month of January, you put forward these particular safety hazards. Just all the things, all the communication that you've had, everything that you've achieved, any changes that you've made, any improvements. If you've been to safety meetings and you've brought forward ideas on safety improvements, identifying hazards, any risk assessments, anything like that. Okay, so what have you achieved? Have you put policies and procedures together or in place, or have you reviewed them and made things easier? What have you done that has contributed to the company's success and productivity? Those are two key things that you really need to identify and remember. So key things to talk about. If they want you to go away and come back with 3 objectives that you're going to meet throughout the year, one of them has to be around safety, safety practices, safety compliance, safety improvements. If you put in there that your key targets regarding safety might be to identify 2 hazards per swing, to join ERT, for example, the emergency response team, to go and get your first aid or go and do some sort of training off your own bat. Anything that comes under the safety banner to do with how are you contributing to the company and how are you going to improve their environment is super key, okay? So safety is a big, big one, safety. Every mining company wants to know about safety, okay? The next one's productivity. Obviously, they want you to be productive in a safe manner. So productivity and efficiency. Discuss how you consistently meet or exceed expectations. Look at productivity as far as policies and procedures go. Review them, make changes, tell them that they're out of date. List all the key things that you're doing that comes under that umbrella as well. Review also your job description. Is there anything that you're doing on your job description that is not even listed? Is there anything that you're doing in this job that they're not even aware of? Is there anything you're doing in this job that could push up your pay scale? So if you're stepping out into a leadership role, into a foreman's role, into a trainer's type role, this is key for you to note and say the dates, the times, the hours, the person, the tasks, the handover, all these things you have to track and you need to justify in your performance review, okay? Maybe you're doing so much stuff low level and under the radar that you think they're aware of, and I can guarantee you they're probably not even aware of it. So safety, speak about safety. Productivity and efficiency, speak about that. And the other thing is personal growth and team contribution. So your own professional development in upskilling. What do you bring to the table that perhaps no one else is doing? Are you a person that people see as trustworthy and open and approachable, that perhaps they're coming to you as some sort of support? Personal growth and contribution. What are you doing in your own time that could be seen as an investment to the company? And one of those things could be in your own time, perhaps if you went and got your HR license, so now you're more adaptable and maybe you can move into another role, and that's open for discussion. Maybe in your own time, you've done trainer and assessor, which suddenly gives you another skill, which is highly usable in these environments. As I said, first aid, first responder, CPR. If you've got your HR license and you could be doing a utility role and you go do a bus driving course, all these things are going to, make you stand out as an employer. It's going to make you more adaptable. And then they could start looking at you as moving into different roles as well. So it's not only what you've done in the past 6 or 12 months, it's where do you want to go? And always be thinking about your next step, your future, where do you want to be? If you're happy in the job that you're in, amazing. That's amazing. Stay there. Great. If you want to step into a trainer's role or into HR or into like a safety role, go and do a safety coordinator's course. Go and do workplace safety. Brush up on the mines regulation stuff. Go get your forklift. Go, there's many, many, many things that you could do. Even if you're in an admin type role and you want to step into an operator role, go get those tickets. Go get them while you're getting paid. See if part of your performance review, if they will go and do that. I know many site administrators will put on HR courses for the year. In my case, they decided to send me on a life coaching course, changed my life, let me tell you, because there's no way I wanted to step into a HR role and there's no way they were going to push me to study HR when I knew that I was definitely never going to go down that path. And that's where life coaching came about for me, was actually through the company. Like, I didn't even really know what it was either. So always be looking to upskill yourself. If you're doing an 8 and 6 roster, you've got 6 days to study. You're on a flight to study. Instead of watching Netflix in your room or on the flight, you could definitely be doing some study or some research on stuff. So think about, where do you want to be in this industry in 5 years' time, and what can you do to proactively get there on your own? And even if that looks like staying with this company because they're going to support and give you some growth opportunities, or once you've peaked at this company, make sure that you're ready to go to start applying with new skills and your FIFO experience into a new company to take that next step. If they don't recognize what you have to offer, perhaps it's really time to consider, is it time to move on and to take that experience with you and let some other company benefit that's going to reward you for it. So safety practices always. Safety, number one, every mining company wants you to do things safety. The second thing is always productivity. It's all about meeting those KPIs, meeting those targets, and doing it in a safe manner. And then your own personal growth and team contribution. There's probably many things you could also study. Counselling, you could do EAP, you could do many things to take you from where you are now and with this FIFO experience into your next job. So that would be my tips on performance review time in a FIFO and mining job. So reach out if you've got any questions around anything that you might be considering. Reach out if you want to do any coaching and talking and bouncing some ideas about how you can present yourself. Certainly reach out if you want to work on your confidence and your ability to deliver what you are truly worth to your employer and not feel like you could be taken for granted. So they would be my tips on performance review. Build your confidence, back yourself, believe yourself, say yes to any opportunities that come up, whether it be, join the ERT team or be part of a support group or mental health stuff or first aid. So just put your hand up, take advantage of it, and absolutely work it to your benefit. All right, so I am here if you need any sort of help, coaching, advice, bouncing ideas, feeling stuck. Throw some ideas out there, speaking to someone from within the industry. I would love to be in your corner and help you get to the next stage of your FIFO career. Fantastic.